Alright YouTube, what is going on? My name is Bigfoot. Thank you for checking out this video. Today in episode number 15 of SimAirport, we are going to go ahead and continue expanding upon the facilities, starting off with the security area. If we go ahead and have a look upstairs as well, I've got our new restaurant into action as well. Hired a lot of new fast food workers, and things in general are going pretty good right now, to be honest. I'm quite happy with how everything is going. Across all the restaurants now, we really are starting to spread out that craziness, I guess. As we can see, we've got so many extra fast food workers, but then at the peak of the day, you know, every single worker is needed. But we are doing well. We're doing really well on that front, and I'm glad the progress we've made. Again, I don't think another 2 or so restaurants I think would be ideal for this airport, maybe even 3, because this is the only outlet that customers can get food right now. So it's a real pain in the ass, to be honest, but it just is what it is. As we can see right now, I've got lots of workers standing here, about 5, but that number will slowly start to deplete as the day gets busier, and as we can see, we're pretty much going full speed now, and all of a sudden none of those workers are standing around in that corner. Everyone's doing something, and it's just going to get even more chaotic. Just wait until we actually get some arrivals from large planes, because that always makes a difference. But again, we're handling things much better than we once were before, to be honest. I'm really happy about it indeed. Again, there's still a lot of work to do, but it's doing good. It's doing really good. Anyway, outside of that, we're going to extend security this morning because we really need to, in all honesty, we really need to. And while we're at that as well, we are going to go ahead and basically start mass expansion on some of this as well, to be honest. We're going to see how many gates we can get in. We're really just going to start to plan stuff out in a bit more detail, to be honest with you. So what I actually want to do is, I don't want to do that really now, to be honest. We will do that shortly, but we're going to just do it with the planning tools, because this is something I said I'd do at the end of the last episode. Really just give you a vision of what I've got in my head, and that is something which I want to make happen. While we've got no research and development going on, I just want to see if I really want to use any of this stuff. Not really, in all honesty. I mean, longer trains could be useful, so we'll bring that one in. That'll be our next piece of research. But we will go ahead and plan everything out with the planning tools. Now, I know this game has planning tools. I used them, like, once, but I've not really made much use of them before. And now, for some reason, I can't find them, which is kind of concerning. Utilities, queues, planning. Of course, it was right in front of me, but I just didn't see it. So, anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to have this whole area is going to be built up, basically. Then what I want to do, to be honest, we are actually just going to build some of it right now, to be honest, while our workers are sort of free. So we will get a taxiway coming along here. That's a guarantee anyway, to this first gate. Though this first gate might move, so again we'll see what goes down. What we're going to do is we're going to have large gates around here. So I could have a large gate in there, which that would make logical sense, but then I feel we've got a lot of room down this corner then all of a sudden, which we could probably utilise to some use. We could add in the gate there. I think that would be more logical to add in the gate there. So let's probably go ahead and actually pre-build this as well, because gates are surprisingly only 40,000, which I thought they'd be a bit more, but they're not. This then corner can be used for like another baggage depot, or maybe even a small hangar. That's a possibility. And then from that, we just really need to see where we can build foundations, because we're obviously limited by gates. We're obviously limited by runways as well. Right, so we can build that there. So I'm just going to build that for now, just because it's a small project for my workers to work on. Okay, so that's good then. That's good. And that means then we can fill up the rest of this area, and then we can go from there. So that'll be B3. Then we'll have C1. Then I don't know how many more gates we're honestly going to have in here. I am going to go ahead and put them down right now. We can have 1, we can have... I mean, we can make... Yeah, I think we can support 3 here in all honesty. And then we'll stop there. So that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5 down there. Another... Yeah, no, 4. I can't even do maths, and then another 3, so 5 and 3, so that'll give us 12 gates at the terminal or airport, which I think will be good. Again, at the back of my mind, my limitation is always the frame rate and everything like that, and as you can see right now, it's already having problems. Arguably, right now, this is a really busy time of day, and we're doing a lot of different building projects at the one time, so the game is really not doing great in all honesty, but you just have to deal with it, you know. That is the problem with indie games like these, unfortunately. Anyway, so let's extend the taxiway along there. So that's me really got a plan now for what I want to do in this airport, which is great. That's all I wanted, and hopefully now you can see my vision. What will realistically happen is this area, this corner over here, will probably all become... I mean, I'm not 100% sure what it'll all become, to be honest, actually. I think what a lot of it will become is probably a larger security area. Then we're going to have, I hope, maybe another restaurant down here. I mean, we've got options. We can maybe get a hangar down here. We really do have options for this corner now, which is good. That's really what I wanted to give myself. And that's why I've left this much room, you know, down here, so we can go ahead and really do what we want, work against the demand, and see where that takes us. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually get this built now, because again, the queues aren't getting any shorter. We're just going ahead and, I guess, really focusing on stuff we probably shouldn't necessarily be doing right now. Let me go ahead and slow this down right now, because there's a lot of construction going on, so it's giving me not the best frames in all honesty, but we'll deal with it. And again, I need to stop moaning about it as well. That's something I really do need to do, and I'm so guilty of that. I do apologise. But let's go ahead and run that out to there. Then I'm just having a look here. So one more, and then let's have our white carpet like so into there, which is perfect. So I mean, this is just going to be a very, very small extension to start with, don't get me wrong, but as time goes on, we can go ahead and again just expand it more and more. If I honestly just give myself maybe an extra 4 ID stands, bag scanners, and maybe even body scanners we'll go for this time, then that can really make us quite a big difference, and I think that, all in all, it would be super, super useful. Again, just gives customers a bit of a better experience. That is related to the frustration satisfaction overview, which in general really is 92. I mean, it can't really get much better, to be honest with you, but again, if we can, then let's do it. Okay, so while all this is going on, I'm going to go ahead and check out upstairs and see really what's going on across our restaurants. Probably not the best time right now, but in all honesty, I don't think we are doing too bad. At this stage of the day, you've got lots and lots of people standing around, and every single person that comes into a restaurant does get served. That's quite easy, and this is probably why customer satisfaction is up at 79 going on 80 right now, whereas during the day it is a bit chaotic. But we can also do some planning up here, I guess, as well. What else I want to do? Well, in all honesty, we need some more seating, but I think that's going to happen down here, to be honest. What I'm going to do is we're going to close this arcade now, actually, just because I don't really need it here, because we've got a bigger one. But what I'll do is I will go ahead and I will make probably a second large one in here. Or what I might do is, let's remove all that. I think what we're going to do is add in 2 more bathrooms over here. Add a second arcade area in the middle, or no, let's add some stalls in. Now, I realise stalls don't work right now. Say for example we get a small bar, right? Small bars don't actually work right now, but I at least want them in here so I know when they will be working. So let's try that, and let's also try... I want something which is 5 wide right now. If we go into objects and then retail quickly... as a snack, you're only 4 wide. Sushi, you're 4 wide. Health, you are 5 wide. Perfect. We have a winner. Right, so this healthy snack kiosk, again, I don't think these work. But again, we'll just go ahead and reduce the prices and see if they have done a hotfix. Because on the occasion I do get updates and I don't look at the patch notes. But again, we'll just see what happens. So let's now go ahead and dezone this. And then what we'll do is just add in some more benches for the time being. And then while we're at that as well, we'll add in some in this top and bottom area. Again, I don't want this airport to look like a construction site. I do actually want to have some character, so we can go ahead and fill it up right now while other work is going on, then we might as well. So let's do along there, and then we can have some services in the middle here, which is perfect. What I'm going to do is also add in more bathrooms down here as well, which should be perfect. Do I want another access to upstairs? Possibly, actually. But then we're going to have another extension down here as well, so that's, you know, that can help out with all of that building too. So let's go ahead and get more benches along here. And these benches, I mean, right now I'm seeing a lot of empty benches, but at this side of the airport, you know, there's not actually any planes flying really. So it is... or I think they will get used in the future anyway, is what I'm trying to say. Right, okay, I keep making mistakes here, which is kind of frustrating, but it looks like we've caught up on all our building, which is good, so I'll detail that at another time. What I will do though is I will at least go ahead now and draw out where new bathrooms are going to be so I don't forget. That seems a very, very thin bathroom, but again, as is the others. But the good thing is these ones are going to be quite long, so it means we should hopefully get a few more toilets in than we previously have. In saying that, that's split over 2 quadrants, isn't it? So yeah, we'll see how things go. We'll see how things go anyway, but I'm happy. I'm generally happy. There's one thing we do need to do, and we won't do that in this episode, but we need to add in an electrical room, and this is a room which goes ahead and really allows for PA speakers. So if we actually have a look at the proper definition, electrical here, so this is where you'll run many of your airport's wires to, including much of your low voltage and audio stuff. So it's basically for PA speakers, which we'll add into the airport shortly. PA speakers basically just broadcast around the airport, telling people if they are going to miss their flight and then what gates to really go to. That's pretty much it, to be honest. Not too exciting, but it is super, super useful, and again will hopefully improve punctuation. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves body scanners, because we're actually going to use body scanners in this section here. So let's go ahead and get 1, 2, 3, 4... Let's just start off with 4 for now, because we will expand this area out, but again, I've got something at the back of my mind which you will deal with shortly. So let me go ahead and draw this down here. So that's right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then let's get some baggage scanners into here as well for the time being. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll get some more staff in here shortly. I'm not opening this area up by any means as of yet, but at the back of my mind there is something else now. It's not a zone, but it is like a desk or a... it's an object which allows for like extra searching, but I can't really remember what it's called. If we go into ops here, it's in here somewhere. Yeah, this is it here, bingo. So, remote security station, so used to monitor the results of 1 or more assigned remote baggage scanners. So this is what I feel we need. I feel we need a few of these. I feel we need like a security help desk area, if you will, so that I think that's what we'll do down here. And then I would like to try to get these in up here as well. Again, I don't know how realistic that honestly is, so we'll go ahead and see shortly, but I will leave room for this anyway. Or what we can even do is we can just add in some walls. No, let's do the queues first. Yeah, let's do the queues first, and then we can go from there. So if we go ahead and start a queue at the top there, then yeah, that's absolutely perfect. So again, I'm just getting my measurements back in again. Right, so that's perfect for there. We can have another queue here, and then we can get a third queue in. Not starting quite at that end though. Let's go. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, let's start you at... yeah, pretty much there. Come back up, and then voila, perfect. So now if I go ahead and build a wall in... I just want a small area, I don't want that a large area. But if we do that there, make this like No, is this gonna work here though? I would like it to be in this area, but I don't know if it realistically is gonna work in this area. Because if we make like a security building in here, yeah, no, that would work. And then we can actually have extra, yeah, no, this will work, and this will work well actually, so it just means that there isn't as much room for people queuing down here, but it means there's more facilities down here, which is good, so I am happy about that. So let's do some baggage scanners, and that'll be like our security center in the security zone. So if you're like, not wheeled away, but you know, if you're escorted away or people want to ask you more questions, this is sort of like, this walled area is what we're aiming for, though it's a very small scale. I would hope maybe one day this game would expand into like a proper customs facility area, because that would be extremely cool, but again, it's not quite there yet. That's another reason why I'm excited to play Airport CEO though. I want to see how it does things differently, and also, you know, what the updates have been, because I followed the game at the very start of its life cycle a year ago, but then since then I've not really touched it at all, to be honest, so it will be good to go back to at some stage and actually get to play it as well, which will be cool. Anyway, let's add in the security zone right over to here, and then extend that down here as well, which is good. Then we are pretty much good to go, which is exciting. So what I need to do now is I need to... What do I need to do? I need to open it up, but I also need to assign queues. That's the one big thing I need to do. So assign and assign. Then assign and assign. And then we'll assign you to you and you. You to you and you. And then you to you and you. Then I guess we just continue this on from down here right now. So in all honesty, there is going to be a lot of service for this like bottom queue, for example. It's going to be very well served. But again, once we extend this down, there'll be like this ID stand will also be assigned to queues over this side as well. So it'll all work out at the end of the day. We do need to hire in a lot more security personnel though. So we've opened up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new lanes. Which 7 times, what, 3 is 21. I was about to say 3 times 21 because I already had the answer in my head, but we need to hire 21 more staff, so that'll bring us up to, 57 new staff actually, which is going to be quite a lot. So let's go ahead and get everyone in here, which is good. Assuming you need staff for body scanners. I mean, I guess we'll find out. Let's go ahead and then open this area up because we're now good to go. Security is opened here. All the new staff rush in. And then we're already starting to get people use our upgraded facilities. We may, and we probably will, upgrade to body scanners now that we've got the money up here as well. Metal detectors are okay, but again, we might as well go ahead and try and use the latest and greatest technology here at the airport. One thing I do want to do now we've got more builders is change a few things, so we are going to go ahead and move this back to 1:15 because that's when the last plane leaves, and then we're going to extend this maintenance time to 4 hours, just because the first plane doesn't arrive until it's scheduled for 6 o'clock, but it usually touches down on the runway at 5:40, so that'll give us at least half an hour clearance anyway, which is good, so that works out fine. Then with regards to our percentages, at body scanners, everything's really going to be raised up to about 90%, which is actually required to be part of the airport now. And there is a valid reason for that, just because it should be a higher priority. I feel previously it was getting down to 85%, and then what was happening is it was behind a few different other projects in the queue, like foundation building or something else like taxiways that were getting built, so it then wasn't getting treated till about 80% often, and that's not good enough. You know, we really need better than that. And then with our other stuff right now, that is non-important airport infrastructure, i.e. we can live without all of that. I guess the toilets would be a bit difficult to live without of, so we will prioritise that a tiny bit more, but arcade games and phone charging is just leisure facilities, in all honesty. So what we'll do now to finally go ahead and finish off this area is we're going to go ahead and sort this floating out, and then we're also going to go ahead and build our remote, I can't remember what it's called now actually, remote security stations. These remote security stations are going to go in here in the back. Yeah, I think this is probably, I'm trying to think of a good layout here, and I honestly can't think of one at all. I don't think that is a good layout actually. Let's go ahead and cancel this. So let's have, again, I don't know how far these can, like, I don't know if this will work out well or not, but let's have that there. Let's have 5 of those along there. Let's go ahead and add in a staff door, or 2 staff doors for that matter actually. So let's add in a door, what, there? You can't actually have one into security zone, I never realised that. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Then we can also maybe have a sofa in here as well for staff to come and just have a quick sit down in as well, which I think will be useful. And then we'll also maybe add in desk chairs as well. Okay, they're called office chairs. Yeah, they're called office chairs. Oops. Though that can't be... Okay, so people stand at those. That's fine. I'll go with whatever. So let's go ahead and now wire these up. So this requires a security zone and at least 1 remote bag scanner to be assigned. So this isn't in a... Is it security zone or secured zone? Security zone, right, okay, so that means this is now security zone, which is cool. So let's go ahead. Right, let me think here. So we can't have this wall here, that's the bottom line. So let's dismantle that. Let's dismantle that. And this is basically just going to be a small, not cornered off area, but it's going to be an area which is going to, you know, sort of just do its own thing really. So let's add in the wall there. And then let's expand the security zone. Zones, security, so let's make 3 into 2, which it has, good. I was worried that was going to break the game there. Then that will work once that's assigned up. Yep, okay, so that has solved my ongoing issues. So let's finally just go ahead and zone that up there. So that again means that there's probably less disruption going to be happening here. But let's go ahead and assign... Wait, do we need security staff for this? Right, okay. Assign. I don't get this. There was way too much stuff there. I think I actually need more security staff as well for this. Let's hire another 5 guys. Ha ha ha. And let's go ahead and actually just start off nearby here. So, remote security station. Let's assign you to... Okay, so you can assign to... What, ID stands and body scanners, but not bag scanners? I don't really get this. Oh no, I do get this now. I do get this now perfectly. I never realised you can actually... You can have a direct line. I get it now. Okay, I do get this 100%. So if we pause this game, what I need to do is I need to basically just go ahead and map all these perfect lines. I never realised that was a thing, because I was always seeing like customers jumping from queue to queue and it wasn't working perfectly, but I never realised you could actually do this, which makes life a lot easier. So it means I can do 1-to-1 coming from the ID stands and then going out via the baggage scanner, which is great. And now if I go ahead and assign this to here, for example, that works. So if I assign this to that, don't know if that's what actually worked, to be honest. Let's play the game here a second and see. I don't think it really has. Again, which is frustrating. So this says here, requires at least 1 remote bag scanner. Remotes. These are just bag scanners. These aren't remote bag scanners. But that's a thing? Remote bag scanners? Remote bag scanners. They are. Wow-ee. I never realised that. Okay, that's new. I mean, it's not going to fit in this security hall anyway. But that's cool. That's really cool. I never realised that. They're way too long and they're just not... They're not great. I don't think it's not the way I want to go. You would probably save quite a bit of money on actually employing staff, but honestly, it's just not worth it to be quite honest with you right now anyway. Again, if our airport got to a massive stage where we had multiple security halls over multiple levels, then yeah, I could see that working, but in all honesty right now, I don't believe it is worth it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, I don't mean remove the carpets. If that's what's doing it, it's doing that, great. Right, okay, let's speed this up, let's get this pain over with. And then let's get down our new carpets, and then I'll sort out the security zone in a second and add in more queues. So that was a learning curve there, quite a useful learning curve in all honesty. But at least we've got an extended security zone now, which is exciting. Okay, so all this is now built, which is good. So what I can do now with my money is I can go ahead and start really just building more and more and getting more gates into action. I don't think ticketing is going to be an issue, and we've dealt with security now, we've dealt with actual passengers. So the next job we really need to do is jump underground and sort out more baggage systems here. So now that we've actually built out our airport, we can go ahead and expand that first of all, because that's going to be a must. We need to go ahead and probably get 2 more baggage depots into play. So if we jump in and grab baggage depot here, and then one will go over here, round about gate B2, and then we'll probably get another one, I think down here as well for these 3 gates, so we'll get 2 more in. So we require more infrastructure for that though, which is quite important. So let me go ahead and basically build that foundation. So let us go ahead and expand this out here, 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, that works out perfect. Then let's cancel that a second, and let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4 wide this time. And this is going to run right down here like so. Then we're going to have to come along here. I'm just trying to think this out in my head here. So we're going to have to come along here. And then this is where we can have like a baggage thing here. A baggage area, control area here. And we can actually have the baggage thing itself along there maybe. I realise I'm spending a lot of money right now, but we're doing this towards the end of the episode so I can really regenerate money over in between this and the next episode, and also allow all this building to go through. And then basically if bags are going back then to the airport itself, and they're going to run along this line here, and they will come up along here, and they will then rejoin in with, gonna have to have like a massive switch here for example, so that can go in there quite nicely, and there can be a baggage hub which joins those 2 together. Then what we'll do for down here is bags will continue to come along here if they require to. That will run to there. Then what we'll do is we'll run this along here like so. We'll have the wee baggage area here, the baggage depot there. Extend that by a tiny bit, and then what we'll do is we'll have this actually run up and join in here, and again we'll have another baggage hub in there, and that all joins together. So that's all laid out now. That's going to take an extremely long time to build because 1, we're underground, and 2, it's just a lot of foundation. If you're to piece all that together, then you've got quite a large piece, you've got a large building is the bottom line. So that's going to take a while. So ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a like rating. It does mean once that's done, we can go ahead and just get more of these gates into action, because we won't have any facilities lacking behind anymore, which will be great. And that's pretty much it, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you have enjoyed. Please leave a like, rate, and subscribe if you are new around here. Go down into the comments section below and leave me some feedback. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, join my Discord server, and support me on Patreon. All the links are down in the description below. And that's all. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Bigfoot, and I'm out.